Yeah, I'm not gonna go Iron Man on you guys, so let's get this started. Idioms in action, more idioms in action. Let's start off today with our last idioms for this. Strike a chord. Now, strike a chord. It basically means it causes something that makes you remember, like, it's like on the tip of my tongue. It's like a strike of chord makes you remind something, makes you remind you about something. Like if Tim Smith, if like Sam Sugar struck a chord to you, then that means it was probably like about his face, or probably is like the way he's walked or talked. But it, like, you can always figure out where you last saw him. Like, speaking of Sam Sugar, here you go. Something about Sam Sugar struck a chord. Maybe it was his face. Maybe it was his face. Maybe it was the way he walked. But it didn't take long for me to figure out where I last saw him. Sour. Our next idiom is sweat blood. Sweat blood basically means you're literally doing something, and you actually may mean that you're really working extremely hard. So hard that you're literally sweating blood. And if you're sweating blood, you're in a terrible position to do things. And so yeah, you're sweating blood a lot. You can't actually sweat blood though. Basically means you're working really, 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 really hard. Isn't it actually necessary to finish his job in 2 days by sweating blood? I mean, what's the difference if you finish in day 3 and day 4? Maybe not. Will it make any difference if we finish on day 3 or day 4? Maybe not. But I will be in cold sweat if I have to explain to the manager why we are late. Look, there's the manager. Manager doesn't care. Yeah, this is weird. And then next we have to talk about taking a back seat. Now, from now on, I accidentally ripped out these papers out, so let's just go ahead and keep doing them anyway. First of all, take a back seat. Take a back seat basically means you're going part and play a less important role towards something. Like, if you're driving, if you take a back seat, that basically means you're not driving at all. You're not the main person, and you're not the one who's responsible for all those other people. And you can even also use the preposition to if you want to refer to a person or thing. Like this one. Mom said she was going to take a back seat at my wedding. It's your big day, dear. And I can invite anyone I want. You will invite Aunt Mary and cousin Willie, will you? I can have the wedding reception anywhere I wanted. Yeah, Space Hotel is very nice. Yeah, okay, Mom. And oh my gosh. And she certainly will not interfere with the kind of dress I wore. You cannot get married in that. Yeah, this is gonna be weird. Mama. Yeah. That's about it. Our next idiom is take umbrage. It basically means you take a bunch of offense. And since you're taking a bunch of offense, you're not going to enjoy any of this at all. Like here. You basically become really, really angry. Now, Danny Brooke took Tony's book without asking his permission. Tony took umbrage. Tony tried to kick and destroy Danny. However, Danny ran into the professor and went away. That's a bad idea. 55th idiom. Take your breath away. Basically means you're astonished very greatly. Like you're astonished by a girl, or you're astonished by a boy, or you're astonished by someone else. Yeah. Like something that takes your breath away means something that's astonishing. Like, we had to work hard to get up here. I mean, what the heck? We had to rest a lot. And we had to hike through steep terrain. But the top view, it was worth it. It took our breaths away. Yeah, that is just sick, man. Here you go. Next word is this one. I take my hat off like this one. Take your hat off. What? No, wait. It means actually. Sorry, I'm very sorry, guys. But here you go. Take your hat off to someone or something. Take your hat off to someone basically means you're like respecting them. Like you have great admiration and respect for them. So basically, this is like how it works out. Oh wait, there we go. I take my hat off to Angela. She's the one who decided we could turn this into a little garden. She's the one she's the one who organized the whole thing. She even protected it herself. Wow, I take my hat off to her. And that is just plain awesome, man. Plain awesome. Our next idiom is turn in their grave. Basically means to do something that you know your parents or someone will not enjoy at all, because even if they're dead, they will still disapprove strongly of it. Especially when they're dead. Yeah, especially. Like this one. Turn in their grave. Now, Amy's grandma was always a hairdresser. She liked doing Amy's hair when she was little. She always dreamed of doing Amy's hair when she was at her wedding. But she would turn into the grave if she saw how Amy looked right now. Yeah, that's what happens to kids and teenagers. Next up is while the going is good. This basically means that you do something just when the situation is favorable, and not before it starts becoming sour. When the situation is favorable, man. Favorable! And that is just darn tootin' good. Our next one would be, well, we already did while the going is good. So next one would be work your fingers to the bone. Well, let me give you an example. You're working your fingers to the bone. Well, these guys have their galaxy buds on their ears and they're all like yeah. So it basically means you're working yourself hard. You're working yourself extremely hard and you're being pleasurable. Now it's always sometimes a good thing. It's always a good thing. It means they have been doing a lot of physical work for a hard time. It was, of course, Brian always did his good job. He always graduated university and made his parents proud. Of course, he had to study to pass his exams. But his parents also worked their fingers to the bone just so they could get money to pay him to go to college or university. Nice, man. Nice. This is awesome, man. This is a dream of every mom. Hey, Mom.
Yes?
So, you know I want to go to university, right?
Of course.
Yeah, and you wish me to go there and to pass really well?
Of course.
Yeah, see, that's the dream of every mom, right?
Alright.
And dad. And our last idiom for this too, I lost the third book apparently, is this one. Wouldn't touch someone with a barge pole. Basically means you avoid doing that unpleasant thing. Yeah, that's really good. Like, it seems a tempting offer, but personally, I wouldn't even touch it with a barge pole. It goes ahead like this. So, here you go. There are lots of bargains in the market, and sometimes they're really good. However, if you don't know if it's genuine, it's best not to touch it with a barge pole. I mean, look at this. The woman's like, sus. And the man's like, wait, I want to buy it. No, it's sus. And yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. See you guys soon in the next episode. Until then, I don't know. Peace. Ba ba bam 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 bam.